It's time for Tiger Talk Tuesday, coming live from Mix. Tiger Talk Tuesday is sponsored by All Out Stump Grinding, Allen Harming Trucking, Berry Insurance Agency, CM Tree Service, Cricket Wireless, Crouch Hardware and Farm Supply, Economy Furniture, Edwards Heating and Cooling, Floyd Nicholson for Senate District 10, H&R Block, J&R Exterminating, Josh Price for Sheriff, Miggs of Saluda, Motor Coach Paint and Body Sales, Newberry Hospital, Northland Cable, Persimmon Hill Country Club, Pumps PB and Jam, Price's Garage and Heavy Duty Towing, Ramey Funeral Home, Saluda Nursing and Rehab Center, the Law Office of Nancy T. Jordan, the Ridge Baptist Association of Churches, the Town of Saluda, the Wills Agency Nationwide Insurance, Timeless Roofing, and Whizzes of Batesburg, Leesville. We're so glad you're tuned in to Tiger Talk Tuesday. We encourage you to send your comments and calls today throughout the program. Today we'll have special guests, and we will talk about the latest going on around the Saluda area, as well as all the happenings in sports. You're watching Tiger Talk Tuesday, live from Miggs, from on your Saluda Now. And we're glad you're joining us here on Tiger Talk Tuesday, coming live from Mix. We want you to call in right now, 864-980-7768. And so glad to see all of you, and thankful for you. I'm sorry I did not get to see a lot of you over the Thanksgiving holiday. I was out of town myself, but I hope all of you had a happy Thanksgiving. And of course, joining me today is Paul Ergel. Paul, thank you so much for joining us on Saluda Now.
Oh, man, great to be here. Had a great Thanksgiving. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. December the 1st, countdown's on for Christmas for the kids.
Yes.
And everyone's getting excited, and great to be here, and look forward to talking to sports today here on Saluda Now.
That's right. A lot's going on in sports. Call, join in on the conversation. 864-980-7768. Of course, the number one topic we want to talk about is the game coming up this Friday night as Abbeville plays Marion. And tell us a little bit about Marion, what you know, Paul.
Just what I've seen. They got a pretty good team. I'm trying to remember what their record was. I can't remember right offhand. You might pull it up, but I know they beat Barnwell and got a decent team, but I think they well underdogs to Abbeville, which I think they should be. In my opinion, I think Abbeville will beat them pretty handily myself, but they gon' I mean, it's 0-0 to start the game, and you never know what may happen, but I think it's going to be a long night for Marion.
Yes, and Abbeville, I watched a little bit of that with Gray, and those guys from Gray are awesome. They did a great job, but they just got outmanned and athlete. The athletes for Abbeville are unreal.
Yeah, the biggest thing that Gray Abbeville game, Gray was just so undisciplined with penalties. They had 150, 200 yards penalties. And we saw when they played over here, they had a couple guys just not very well disciplined, and they had costly flags. Me and my wife was eating, and they was moving the ball up and down the field there in the game, and they probably left several points out there, and they hurt themselves a lot. Not saying Abbeville wouldn't have still won, but Gray Collegiate hurt themselves a lot last Friday night. But yeah, like you said, Abbeville is loaded with talent. Hadn't been beat any this year up to recently, and had nobody even scored on Bulldog. And they got a great senior class going out. These guys probably hadn't lost but that one game where we beat them, Saluda beat them last year, same as the other ones. But I don't think they lost about one game in 3 or 4 years. But it's going to be interesting Friday night. But like I said, I don't look for it to be much to it. And it's going to be some other good state championship games.
Yeah, we'll take a look at that when we come back after commercial break. You're watching Tiger Talk Tuesday live from Miggs. Somebody's calling in now. All out stuff grinding. Call Zach Hendricks for a free quote. No job too big, no stump too small. Give us a call, 803-580-1332. Before and after, you'll see the difference. All out stump grinding. At Allen Harmon Trucking, we treat your load and our truckers like family. Wake up to a beautiful sunrise in your big rig office, then be at home in time to kiss your wife and kids goodnight. Call us today for more information, 864-445-7249. Allen Harmon Trucking is a proud supporter of Saluda Tiger football.
Are you ready to consider a job that provides consistent pay, great benefits, and paid time off? Then join the AMIC team. We'll teach you everything you need to know. Apply today for positions at our Batesburg facility at www.amicfarms.com. Phone interviews are available for quick consideration. That's amicfarms.com. Berry Insurance Group, located in Batesburg, Leesville, offering auto, home, farm, and commercial insurance. Owned and operated by Will Berry. Choose local, choose independent, choose Berry Insurance Group. 803-307-0030 or online at berryingroup.com.
CM Tree Service. Cody Berry and Martin Berry are ready to give you a free. We're insured for tree removal and pruning. Call us today. 864-377-7898 or 864-980-0153. And like us on Facebook. CM Tree Service.
With Cricket Wireless Savings, the whole family can watch Saluda now. The difference is clear as Cricket's signal when you see the money you can save by switching. And with nationwide 5G coverage, your wireless connectivity is wherever life takes you. So come by Cricket Wireless today at 300 South Jefferson and let us show you the Cricket difference.
And we're glad to be back here with you on Tiger Talk Tuesday, coming live from Miggs. And joining me, of course, is Paul Ergel. And now joining me on the phone is Miss Julie from Cricket Wireless in Saluda. How you doing, Julie?
I'm doing great. I hope you guys are.
Doing great. And could you tell us a little bit about your promotion going on in Saluda?
Yes, for sure. Right now, if you come to Cricket from any other service provider, we are offering 2 big screen phones for free. And if you mention that you heard us on the show, then we'll waive the activation for you. So if you stop by today, we have a small gift for you.
All right. Now let's talk about these great phones you're offering. iPhone SE is only $49.99 when you switch to Cricket.
Yes, and for that also we will waive the activation. If you mentioned that you heard us on the show today, the activation is free, so all you pay is the $49.99 for the iPhone.
That's over there at 300 South Jefferson Street in Saluda. And then you also have the LG Stylo 6 free when you bring your number to Cricket Wireless.
Yes, and that's an amazing phone. The phone has 3 cameras and it's a large display, so if you're more into Android phones, that's definitely the phone that you want to be looking into.
and bring a toy for Toys for Tots, and you will
And
receive a free.
if you bring a toy, we'll waive the activation for you as well. And this is a great time to help. Um, it's been a long, tough year, so that the gift for children is very appreciated.
Well, go on out. You got two great phones to choose from: the iPhone SE or the LG Stylo 6. And talk to Miss Julie over there. I guess you're gonna be there the rest of the day, aren't you?
Yes, I'll be here all day.
What time y'all open to?
We close at 7 today.
All right, so go on out today and choose from a great phone. And Miss Julie, we thank you for joining us on Saluda Now.
Oh, sure. Thank you for having me. Have an amazing day.
You have an amazing day as well. And we appreciate Cricket Wireless, the wireless provider of Saluda Now. We'll take your calls on Cricket Wireless line 864-980-7768. Love to take your calls. And while we was in the break, we were talking about the rest of the playoffs, Paul. And let me find some of the matchups here. I know it was on the South Carolina High School page. I have not had an opportunity to look at that. That's an interesting page, ain't it?
Yeah, it is. We got a lot of friends on that page. I know you do, and it gets a little rowdy sometimes over there.
You not remember the South Carolina High School league page? It's not set up through the
South Carolina High School Sports Group.
South Carolina High School Sports Group. I apologize.
Yeah.
If you love football or you love any sports and you got thick skin, you have to have thick skin, and you want to enjoy some trash talking, that's the page for you. And Bulldog's gonna pull up, and they love Salute on that page, by the way. Just mention you're from Salute right when you get on there, and you'll get a great welcome.
Yeah, I see that right now. There's some interesting stuff on here. I'm trying to get down to where the playoff situation is. I hadn't seen a playoff bracket for the whole state, but I'm trying to find that. If somebody knows, just comment in. I can't see the screen, but Paul's monitoring it for us, and we'd love to talk a little bit about that. Okay, here we go. All right. The first is 5A, and all these games are at Benedict. And in 5A, it's Hannah versus Dutch Fork on Friday the 4th at 7:30.
Yeah, and my understanding, Hannah's got a great team. I think is it TL Hannah?
Yes.
Got a great team, but Dutch Fork is kind of in the same phrase as Abbeville. The last 5 years, Dutch Fork's just been having their way with people, and got D1 groups all over the place. So I'm gonna go. I'm pulling for TL Hannah in this one to upset Dutch Fork.
All right, TL Hannah to upset Dutch Fork, and Des Simmons on the website says it's a big rematch game.
Yeah.
So there might be a little vengeance in that. Also, the next game is the 4A game. Now, these games are the games at Benedict, and you'll see on Saturday, AC Flora, I guess it's Flora. I meant to say
Flora.
At North versus North Myrtle Beach at 7:30 on Saturday.
Yeah, I think both these teams are coming in pretty hot. North Myrtle Beach has always got a great team. North Myrtle Beach has a great team this year, but AC Flores is going through a kind of sad time right now, losing one of their student athletes.
Right.
In a accident over the weekend, and we've been thinking about them, praying, and we know how that goes, and and I look for them to group together and come together, and I'm going with AC Florida to play for the fallen student athlete at AC Florida and come out with a win.
And then the 1A matchup over at Benedict,
is going to be at 11:30 on Saturday morning. Southside Christian versus Lakeview.
Well, Southside paid their way to get into 1A where they could get them a title.
Maybe that's what Gray needs to do.
Funny how Southside Christian went to 1A and Pole Fox Creek went to 3A. I can't hardly figure that out, but Southside Christian's recruited well again, and they should win that.
Yeah. And then the games at Spring Valley High School, we see the 3A, of course. This is going to be on Saturday at 3:30. Daniel versus Camden.
And Daniel knocked off Chapman, so that lets me know one thing. Daniel got a doggone good team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And who they put? Camden. Camden went up to Burns. Both of them, neither one of them had a game 3 or 4 weeks ago. And Camden went to Burns and knocked them off.
Wow.
So if I really had to choose to go to a game, I think Daniel Camden, to me, is going to be the best state championship game of the weekend. And I'm going to go with Daniel for the upset win over Camden. I think Camden's favored, but I'm going with Daniel. Coach Ben Touchberry was basketball coach at McCormick, head basketball coach, and his wife was Jeanette's assistant, Heather, which she's a principal up there at one of the Daniel schools right now. So we're going with Daniel for the upset win.
All right. And then, of course, Abbeville versus Marion. And I think we know who's going to win.
Yeah, I think Abbeville will score a point per mile to Spring Valley. So they probably have about 89 miles up there. But
listen at this, Paul. Abbeville sold tickets this morning. And Darius Wardlaw, who is a good friend of ours, which he sort of gets into it with you, but it's just a friendly thing.
That's right.
It ain't no hard feelings. If he was in the ditch, we pick him up. But 700 tickets sold in 2 minutes.
Yeah. I got to think about that. One thing is state championship game, but I got to think about last year when we played.
Yeah.
We had 6,000 people there. Can you imagine how quick 700 tickets would have went out? And I think other fans are buying other tickets too. Also, like I think Abbeville fans are buying Marion tickets.
I see that. Vanessa Jackson said, Abbeville fans, y'all better get a hold of buying them tickets because y'all be sitting with Marion on Friday night. Just got confirmation.
Yeah, I think whatever side this year, I think, and I think it was like that last year. When we was at Benedict, you couldn't, whatever side you went on, that was the side you was on. But if they at the game, that's all they worry about. They don't care where they're sitting at.
Of course, we'll be sitting watching it on TV and or a computer or a phone or something like that. I really enjoyed even though it was an uneven matchup. Which Gray Collegiate had a lot of penalties. They shot themselves in the foot. But I enjoyed watching the game on Gray Collegiate side. Several people had streams going, and I don't know if that was legal or illegal. But during these COVID times, just like Friday night, we're going to be calling the basketball game over at Saluda. A lot of people don't know that. We just let it out the bag. Strong Thurman is going to be there, and I think there's only 200 or so tickets going to be sold.
Yeah, it's our first Saluda Now basketball game with me and yours truly, Bulldog Burt. And I tell you what, I know we can do it. We're going to do it. We don't care if you like it or not, but we're going to do it. It might not be right, but we're going to do it. Be our first basketball game. We're going to do that one, and we're going to do the home Batesburg game. We will be doing varsity girls and varsity boys. We'll come live on air probably around 6:15, and I think the game tees off at 6:30. And I look forward to doing it. My wife said me and Bulldog gonna sound like a bunch of up there talking about the basketball game because we move a little faster than football. I said, well, we're gonna get plenty of laughs. But
I don't know, some of them football games we've been to, it moves quick.
But I look forward to Friday night and being able to help out. District Office reached out to us, and they are partners at Saluda now. And if we can help them during this time,
we're gonna do it.
That's what we're going to do and help them out for these 2 games. And I think they will have some tickets at the door, but I think they're gonna sell some online, and then they have to give the visiting school some. So there will be a limited number of tickets. I think 250 maybe.
Mm-hmm. And I understand why. I mean, this COVID situation is a serious thing, and we've got to, protect people. I understand. We had viewer Justin Taylor. All right, 5A. He replied, TL Hannah versus Dutch Fork takes it 35-14 for the 5P. All right. So going to be a pretty good spread there. Then he says 4A, AC Floor versus North Myrtle Beach. North Myrtle Beach closes out the dream season with a chip 28-26. That's a pretty close game.
Yeah,
that'll be one to watch.
Yeah.
I think if I was going to watch another game other than 2A, I'd want to watch that one against AC Floor and North Myrtle Beach. And then 3A, Camden versus Daniel. Daniel comes up with a pick six to close it late, but falls short to Camden, 34-29. I don't know where this young man's from, but it seemed like he's from over that way. Being a pick six, I mean, that takes a lot of skill. They must have a good defense. Abbeville versus Marion. Marion has a good run, getting to the ship, winning the lower state, but the only way he even come close in this game if the word COVID comes up at Abbeville. Abbeville 55, Marion 6. Woo! That'd be a smoke out. And then 1A, Southside Christian versus Lakeview. Lakeview finds a way to get number one, 35-28. And I just think that can go either way.
Yeah, I'm pulling for Abbeville just because they're right up the road. Been in our region, in and out the whole time that I've been coming through, and they right in our backyard. And I tell you, I just don't think it'd be close. Huncho Bub wanted to know Bulldog. Are you pulling for us? Because we did pull for y'all last year.
Yes, I am. I'm not going to pull for Marion.
I don't know anyone in Saluda now is not pulling for Abbeville.
I'm pulling for Abbeville.
We are Saluda now is fully endorsed Abbeville.
Yeah, they're right down the road. We go through there all the time, going to Georgia, to our home over there, and to the Georgia Bulldogs down there in Athens, and great people down there in Abbeville, and even though we beat Abbeville, they were sort of congratulatory when we won Upper State last year, Paul. I mean, they didn't lay down; they give us a match all night, but when it was all said and done, they was for us.
Oh yeah, Abbeville pulled for Saluda, but I'm telling you, man, without Abbeville, I mean, we'd have 4 more state championships, and I mean, we'd be starting a small dynasty here. So, but I tell you, we had some great runs in Saluda. Several 12-win seasons. I played with Upstate 5 years in a row, state championship once. Besides winning the state championship, it's nothing else we really can complain about. And I'm gonna tell you, to me, us beating Abbeville last year was bigger than beating Barnwell in the state championship. And I'm probably not the only Saluda person that feels that way. Our run last year, my most memorable game was the Abbeville game. And just because, you try and do something, you try to get to the top of the mountain, you got one more step to make. And you slip and have to go start all back over. And I mean, just to get to the top of that mountain and bow your chest up and raise them arms, I mean, it felt great.
Well, wasn't you glad, too, that we played it last year versus this year?
Yeah, sure, we're going to have a champion this year, and I don't know how many teams that's in this position right now would probably still be in this position besides a couple of the teams that we mentioned. Because you look at a team like Saluda, you get your weight room. We had Grump Young, and you look at our region scores. Besides the Batesburg game, we turned it over 9 times. I mean, them 5 games, Saluda would have grown a lot in them 5 games. And in a regular season, we would have made the playoffs. We won the state, and we was the 3rd seed when we won the state, and I think it's 3 or 4 teams that came in 4th place in our region before that went on to win state championship. I know Emerald and Batesburg did one time, but man, I tell you, it'll be a champion this year, but this has been a short, long season. It's been a shorter season, but it feels like it's been going on for a long time trying to get through to the state till this weekend. And I know the high school league will be glad after Sunday morning they can take a side league and get ready for another sport. But they'll be made it through football. I want to commend the state of South Carolina for sticking with the game that America loves, football, and getting through it.
Call in 864-980-7768. Look at that crowd we had at Abbeville. I took that picture last night and put it on Facebook. You can see there. You can see Lamar up in the left-hand corner, and we're right on the left-hand side of Lamar, and right across from them folks. And we had a good time that night, didn't we, Paul?
Man,
rocking and rolling. In fact, one of the mix guys is down there toward the bottom, and I can't call his name.
Yeah,
but he's always in here.
It was kind of sad this year, not me and you going up there on that Wednesday, marking off a spot with the little police.
We've been up there for several years
now. 5 years.
5 years.
We played up there 5 years. And me and you would go up there on Wednesday.
I bet you some of that tape's still up there.
Yeah, people already had their seats out. And Friday afternoon, me and my wife got ready to leave. We're going up to Columbia to get something to eat about 4 o'clock. I said, we got a stop sign. I said, I'm so used to taking a right here. She said, what are you talking about? I said, for the last 5 years, we're going towards Abbeville on Friday after Thanksgiving. So I tell you what, man, we got spoiled. And I tell you, we didn't win them all, but that was the best weeks going to play the upstate championship. Salute and Abbeville. There was some great times. And shoot, man, I tell you, and I know we're going to be back next year. We got 2 great years coming up, and we're going to be back next year. So, I mean, they're going to have to get ready for us because Saluda Tigers coming next year. We're going to make some noise, and would not surprise me if we made it back to
now, we'll be in the same region next year.
Yeah, they'll change it the year after. So
the year after, yeah.
They do it every 2 years. So if we play Abbeville, it'd have to be a preseason matchup or either playoffs. So, but I look forward to playing them in the playoffs.
Call in 864-980-7768. That picture is actually on Saluda Now's Facebook page. If you can tell me, and we done built the beans on that, where it's at, what happened historically, and name somebody in that picture. Now, if you don't know a lot of people in Saluda, it'd be hard for you to do, but that's the reason we wanted to do it. We wanted somebody from Saluda to get. I see a lot of people I know. In fact, I see my dentist up there. There's a him. I see him sitting up there, and I see one of my former classmates sitting up there. Might be more than one. Well, there's 2. I see a church member sitting up there, too. And guess who's calling in? It's Mr. Benji. How you doing, Mr. Benji Grayson?
I'm doing well. How are you, sir?
Doing great. And he's calling us from Abbeville, South Carolina. Are y'all fit to be tied ready to call this game?
Oh, yeah. We're chomping at the bit, man. It's been a fun week. I don't know if y'all heard how the high school league is really restricting tickets this year, but only 700 are available, and you hit at noon today, and they sold all 760. So the whole town's chomping at the bit. Excited, man. We're ready to go.
And we didn't play y'all for the upper state last week.
Right, that was strange.
Yeah. Well, tell us a little bit about the game last week.
Man, great collegiate. You know, they're tough. They're number 17. He's a beast. He got 4 carries in the game. They up and down the field in the first half, but the defense really stiffened between the 20s there. They threw 2 interceptions in the end zone. Antonio Harrison, defensive back for Abbeville, he picked them off, both of us, in the end zone. Abbeville pulled out a little trick there right before halftime for trailing 10-7, and threw a halfback pass for about 67 yards, I think it was, for a touchdown. So that really took the momentum on Abbeville's side going right in there at halftime. They led 14-10 and shut them out in the second half. Defense was lights out. Abbeville changed up to a 3-4 defense this year, so really using the strength of their linebackers. And they have 4 really good ones out there. Cruz Temple, he's going to East Carolina, committed there. His brother played on the 2018 state championship team. He's a defensive end for Pitt Panthers right now. So that whole family right there, they're turning out some athletes there. Luke Evans is the leading tackler on the team. He's a linebacker. Ty Cade's just a sophomore. He's ridiculous. He's got a big D1 type frame as well. And got Logan Busley over on the other side, who is as fast as all of them, man. Defense laterally really just shut down Great Collegiate. They couldn't throw the ball at all. And like I said, shut them out the second half and really controlled the game after that halfback pass going into halftime.
What's some of the stuff you're hearing about Marion, and what kind of team are they bringing to the state championship game, and some of the talk around town about research that y'all done on Marion?
This is Paul Ergo, by the way, talking to you, Benji.
Yeah,
the voice of the Tiger.
Marion, they're big, and they want to run right at you. It's going to be a smash mouth type game. They run the old hammer offense, is what I like to call it. 2 fullbacks. They're huge. They got a USC commit. TJ Sanders is his name, 6'5", 285. He carries the ball. Another big running back, goes about 230. Just a big, bruising, physical team, and they're actually on defense as well. So, Abbeville's speed has really been the overwhelming aspect for the teams that they played this year. But you're going to have to line it up and punch back in the mouth this coming Friday night, because Marion's going to bring a very, very physical brand of football to the game Friday night.
All right.
So you saying this game could be over in about an hour and a half? They both running the ball.
Pretty much good. There might be 4 passes between both teams thrown.
Yeah, your trip will be longer than the game if they don't have a lot of flags.
Yeah, that's right. I tell you, there's a ton of flags. This past Friday night, it almost takes the momentum. It takes any. I think there was 18 total penalties in that game this past Friday night. But it was hopefully just play a clean game. Refs keep the hankies in their pocket and get this one over in about 2 hours.
Yeah, I feel sure, but. Saluda now, we'll be pulling for Abbeville.
Yes.
All the way, and down here I know you at hometown, you probably won't say nothing, but we're looking for Abbeville to roll on pretty good.
Well, I would take y'all all that you do from there. Y'all would be exciting. Really serve the Saluda community well there, and that whole brand there. That's what I do here at Radio.
That's right.
I appreciate it.
And you're on in the mornings, aren't you, Benji?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Are you on in the mornings?
I am, yeah. I do the Southern Fried Morning Show. That's 6 to 10 a.m.
That's an interesting show, ain't it?
There on WCLA.
That's an interesting show, ain't it?
Yeah, it ain't just sports. I do a sports show on Thursdays. The morning show, we can play music, and it's, we cut up, and never would have thought I'd, just sit behind the microphone, just shooting the breeze.
You do a good job. And I tell you what, we'll return the favor Friday morning. We have a show called The Timeless Roof and Friday Morning Sports Drive, live from Punk's BB and Jam. And we will have the whole Saluda Now crew call you up Friday morning and go on the air with y'all on 92.9.
That sounds good. Let's do it.
And we'll talk a little bit about how Abbeville is going to whip up on Marion Friday night.
I hear you, man.
Because I imagine you're going to have a loaded show from Friday.
Yeah, we have a sports show Monday night, and it was jam packed last night, and we got a loaded show Thursday night, Friday, and we're gonna be chopping at the bit to cut the mics off at 10 o'clock so we can hit the road.
That's right. And it's going to be a great time for y'all. We really enjoyed the state championship last year when we went to Benedict. Of course, y'all going to be at another high school, aren't you?
Yeah, so University of South Carolina said no thanks this year. From what I understand, they didn't want a bunch of crowds there, with the possibility of bringing COVID in. So the Benedict, they're going to keep it there, and I think 1A, 4A, 5A, however it's split up. But I think 2A and 3A are playing at Spring Valley High School.
Okay, that's a nice place.
I've seen pictures of it. I've never been, but it looks like
well, listen,
college state.
We played at.
Going to be two great locations, and really looking forward to it. But yes, Benedict is a beautiful place. And I've heard that they've just poured a bunch of money into upgrades there as well. So I'm sure that it's just going to keep getting better and better there in Columbia.
Yeah. In fact, we played 2 games over in Columbia. We played over at, I think it was, Keenan High School.
Yeah.
And they have a new stadium, artificial turf. Everything was just plush. They had everything, the bathrooms, big bathrooms. Our fans were accommodated well, and also we played over at another, I think it was Florida, we played at, when we played Columbia High School. And but it was good. We had a good trip over there, and that's our region. And, of course, they'll be coming here next year. Now, I don't know where we'll play Gray Collegiate. That's our big nemesis in our region, of course. We didn't do too good against Newberry or Batesburg either, but I think a lot of that was on us. But Gray Collegiate, they had some good athletes, and I know y'all seen that this past week too.
Yeah, they do. They are that's huge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're in there starting 4 wide receivers are 6'4", 6'4", 6'3", and 6'5".
Yeah. And that running back they got, my
basketball team out there.
Well, listen, we appreciate you joining us on Salute Now, Benji.
Absolutely. Thank y'all for having me, and anytime.
And what time does your show start on in the morning?
6 a.m. I'm an early bird.
6 to 10.
Yeah, on in the morning, and yeah, we're looking forward to it.
And we'll put a link up on Saluda Now for your show this coming week on Thursday night as well. And
I do appreciate it, my man.
And we appreciate you joining us today.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a great day.
That's Benji Greason with 92.9 FM out of Abbeville, South Carolina. We'll be back after this commercial break. You're watching Tiger Talk Tuesday live from Mix.
102 Greenwood Highway Saluda invites you to come in today to save. The 2020 Ford Edge Escape Explorer and Expedition has 0% financing for 60 months. Call today, 864-445-2107, and talk to Mike, Will, or Lauren at Crumley Ford. Save money, save time. Shop Crouch's First. Whether it's lumber, paint, hardware, electrical, plumbing, we supply you from feed to field. Yeti, Traeger, Blackstone, Costa, Salty Britches, Milwaukee, Makita, and much more. Come by and visit us today. 508 North Main Salute or call 864-445-0063.
Shop local at Economy Furniture. Huge savings on Benchcraft, Lazy Boy, Best Home Furnishings, and so many more. Visit our website now to see all our specials at economyfurniture.com. Right on the corner, right on the price.
Edwards Heating and Cooling, Saluda, South Carolina, provides you excellent service when it comes to your HVAC unit. Keith and Dawn Edwards have many years' experience in the heating and cooling business. They invite you to call them today, 864-445-0088, or visit their website, edwardsandheatingcoolingllc.com. Go, Saluda Tigers! When it comes tax time, look no further than H&R Block, 304th North Main, Saluda. They make sure you get all the deductions you need to save money. When it comes tax time, trust the professionals at H&R Block. Call them 864-445-2958 and like them on Facebook.
JRA Exterminating, the most trusted name in pest extermination. Remember, folks, whether it's cockroaches or piss ants, call Justin Anderson at JRA Exterminating today at 803-532-1122 or at www.jraexterminating.com.
Migs of Saluda, serving tasty dishes, appetizers, fresh salads, hot out of the oven fresh subs, chicken, steak, and seafood, and the best Italian dishes and pizza around. Visit them today, 216 Greenwood Highway. For a drive-through or pickup, call ahead, 864-445-9990. At Motor Coach Paint and Body, we put quality first. Whether it's your vehicle, RV, boat, or aircraft, we can handle it all. Leave it to us to take care of your insurance claim, or you can pay us right out of your pocket. So call BR Britt Reams today, 864-445-7747, and like us on Facebook. Newberry County Memorial Hospital, your hospital. Our mission is to provide exceptional care with a personal touch. Newberry Hospital is engaged in the passionate pursuit of optimal care, treatment, and convenience. Our goal is to always be the first choice for your quality health care needs. No one handles care better. NewberryHospital.org. There's only one thing faster than a Stuart Young offense. YourNorthland.com. With internet, cable, TV, and phone beginning at $25 a month, you can get out of the slow lane and into the fast lane in no time. So speed it up with YourNorthland.com. Northland Cable, a proud supporter of Saluda Tiger Athletics.
And we're glad to be back with you here from Miggs of Saluda, and we're about to give away this gift card that Miggs has given us. And we appreciate Ms. Gina and Mr. George out here at Miggs, and we asked you if you would name a person and where was this at and what was the historic nature of it. And of course, everybody knows what it is now, but you just got a person out there, so we know you're going to be a Saluda person. And we appreciate you coming in on the Tiger Talk Tees. We're so glad to have Mr. Benji Greason join us today, and I will put his links up later. We'll be on his show this coming Friday on the Dixie Fried Morning Show and from Abbeville. Call in 864-980-7768. And joining us now is Carson Burgess. Carson, thank you for joining us on Saluda Now.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
And watched your game a little bit Saturday, but it wasn't much to watch.
What game?
Yeah. That was pretty. Trevor was back. Everybody was saying, well, is he going to be back fully or halfway?
I saw a post on Facebook earlier this week. It was the top 5 teams in the country. It
Yes.
said number 5 is Clemson. Number 4 was Ohio State. Number 3 was Notre Dame. Number 2 was Alabama. And number 1 was Angry Clemson.
And
let's talk about that. Of course, we're promoting the Friday morning sports drive, 6:30 to 7:30. We hope you'll tune in live from Bumps B&J, sponsored by Timeless Roofing. Time after time, we're timeless about your roof. Now, we see in the rankings are going to come out tonight, 7 o'clock. Now, the lineup, what we're looking at right now is number 15 is Oregon, and BYU is number 14. And it was a lot of hay made about BYU being 14 last week.
Well, the reason BYU is 14 is because it looks a lot like they're playing the teams that Abbeville played this year during the regular season. They ain't played not a soul except for a ranked Boise State team that was down about 20 players because of COVID that week.
Yeah.
So it wasn't much.
I agree, and I actually think 14 was being nice to BYU.
Considering they were 14, but Coastal was 20.
How did they do this past weekend?
They didn't play.
Oh, okay.
Their schedule that they have now is done.
Yeah, they done. They trying to add a game, a key marquee game. I guess they see, couldn't play, but it was several teams, and but when I got looking, I was like, I mean, is it right to have Ohio State up there and they play 3 games, 4 games, and then you got another team up there that's played 8 games? I mean, it's really a difficult situation this year, and it's not fair across the board. And basically all they're gonna do is base it off the eye test.
Yep.
And the main thing that TV does, ESPN and the rest of them, is name brand. I mean, that's just like they had Penn State up there early. Penn State couldn't beat yourself. Ohio State, I mean, Notre Dame, names like that, your household names, Alabama and stuff like that. They're not really looking at the other teams. And schedule-wise, I mean, and game-wise, you're not going to be a match because Southeast Conference and ACC will be playing 10 or 11 games. And I think Ohio State is going to play them 6, 7 games total, maybe 8.
All right, 13th is Iowa State. I think 12th is Indiana University. Is that right? And Oklahoma at 11th. And how did they all do last week?
Well, Oregon lost to Oregon State Friday.
So they'll drop.
Indiana, they won, but they lost their quarterback for the year. And Oklahoma.
And they played, and see, they played Ohio State a good game too. And I don't think they played the best game, but once they lost their quarterback, that really put
they're done for a year.
It really hurt. They're gonna still be a good, decent team, yeah, but he was a good athlete quarterback.
All right, going back up, Miami was number 10.
Yep.
And did they have a COVID issue too?
Yeah, they've had COVID issues for the past few weeks now.
And Georgia was
a bye week last week.
Georgia number 9, and I was really shocked by that game. But you told me it was going to be a blowout, of course.
Yeah. I mean, South
I
Carolina's
thought Luke Doty would beat, but you can't play the game by yourself.
South Carolina's got 17 guys gone from defense and either hurt, opted out, or something wrong with them. I mean, it don't. People talking about you deep, but I'm telling you now, you get down to 18, 19, you got 17, you should be too deep. That's 22. Well, you got 17 of them gone. So them other people that's filling in, they doggone red shirts freshmen or just there. I mean, we had our running back, the guy that came from, he was number 1 junior college running back, playing defensive back. And I mean, it wasn't no doubt that it actually was closer than what I thought, but I mean, it don't matter what Luke Doty does if they get running up and down the field on you. But
and was Shy Smith out too?
Yeah, and it's Xavier Leggett. I mean, they had the top 2 wide receivers. The backup running back was out. I mean, and it's not excuses. It's just part of the year.
Yes.
I mean, Amos hadn't carried the ball all year. He was a 4-star running back or whatever coming out of high school, but that was the first time he carried the doggone ball all year in the game. So we can't wait till best thing gonna happen to South Carolina is 10:30, 11 o'clock Saturday night when the season's over with.
All right, and then we see Northwestern is at 8th. How'd they do?
They lost.
Lost.
Okay, so they'll drop.
They gone.
Cincy is 7.
They should be in the top 4.
They should be in the top 4. Okay.
I think they're one of the top 3 teams in the nation.
I also think Cincinnati should be ahead of Texas A&M and Florida.
And then we see the Gators up at 6.
Yeah, they had a rough first half, but they came out second half and beat the brakes off Kentucky, which is something Georgia couldn't do.
Okay. You had to bring Georgia up.
I did.
And Texas A&M 5th.
I'm not sold.
They are where they are.
Yeah, they to me they being kind at 5th for them, cause they just not their quarterback. They not good. I mean Alabama smoked them, and same
They up there because their only loss is to Alabama, and they beat Florida.
they sandwich between the 2 best teams in the Southeast Conference.
And then, of course, the Big 4, Ohio State, 4th. And what happened with their game? Did they play or
No, they did not
come
play.
in? And they're not going to play this week, are they?
Yeah, they gonna play, but the coach is not gonna coach it. This game across.
Yeah.
Just Saturday.
What happened? Is he got COVID?
Yeah, he got COVID.
Ooh.
They better hope that they can play Michigan next week, though, because if they can't, they don't get no Big Ten championship. So that's only 5 games played on the year.
And then Clemson at 3rd.
We're there. We're where we're supposed to be.
Who did they play this week?
We beat the brakes off Pittsburgh.
I'm not talking this week coming up. Who does Clemson play next?
Virginia Tech.
Virginia
We got
Tech.
Virginia Tech Saturday.
Now, what's the issue with Florida State?
They're down to like 44 scholarship players. That's what's
Minimum's 53.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I think that Florida State personally should be fined by the ACC or the NCAA. This is the 2nd or 3rd time they had teams come. What are they doing during the week? Do they start working 2 hours before the game? Because I'm confused how everybody driving to Florida State and then they cancel the game 2 hours before. So it's just mind-boggling.
They don't want to play.
Well, I'll say this. You get multiple tests throughout the week, just like the NFL has been doing, and I'm sure in plenty of circumstances there have been positive cases that have played during the games.
Yeah.
But it's because you could wake up one morning and all of a sudden positive test, and it could be a false positive, but you still got to sit out until you get another test going and stuff like that. Kind of like with the Clemson game, we were supposed to go down there and they canceled it that morning because the test from Friday came in that morning, and we spent $300,000 to go down there
With one player.
With one player tested positive, and I'm pretty sure he was a false positive.
Yeah.
But we still had to cancel the game. But I mean, I understand to an extent, but don't let them spend that kind of money when the guidelines to be played have been met.
Well, my thing is, and they need to do the testing. I think you need to do the testing up to Thursday, get results on Friday. If your team, and they are, come Thursday night, your team, especially if you're traveling the road,
Yeah.
that team hasn't been nowhere. They are in a bubble. They quarantine because they got travel plans. They not out and about. They not uptown picking the wherever partying on Friday night before they leave Saturday morning. They in a motel at home just like they are, or they in their dorm thing. So, I mean, don't do a test on Friday. Your last result should come in on Friday.
Yep.
And you should have nothing to look at on Saturday but the game. I just think it's some things that they can, I don't know, it just bothers me.
Really, they've just blown this whole thing out of proportion all year long.
Yeah.
We ain't got to get political with it.
Yeah, that's just my thing. It's a
Well, another thing too is the ACC, the way they got the thing written, it's a loophole in there. If your medical staff don't agree with the other medical staff, you don't have to play the game. But I think it's an excuse. Because they knew Clemson was going to lock them up on their own field.
Especially they ain't got the 44 scholarship players able to play right now.
And wasn't this?
But then they had everybody out.
This happened to Clemson. And then didn't it happen to the next team they were playing?
Yeah, and then this week they were supposed to play Duke, but Duke was like, "No, we'll just reschedule." So Miami's getting their makeup game.
Yeah, but I mean, I I think once they go in that bubble on Thursday night, the last test look going to be on Friday.
I agree.
And it shouldn't be nobody waiting on nothing on Saturday, because if they got it by then, I mean, come on, man. I mean, it is what it is by then, because it's the same 80 kids together. So, but,
well, Michael Jordan played with the flu, but that's all I'm going to say about that.
yeah, I think he won the game and had a bunch of points, too.
Yeah, something like that.
Now, what game was that? What game was that?
What, the Michael Jordan flu game?
Yeah.
It was in the game 6 or something, I think. It was on the documentary, I remember.
Oh, well, what football player ain't played with the flu? I mean,
Oh, my God.
even high school kids play with the flu. Because I've heard people say, if I get the flu, what I do is put a sweatshirt on, go out there and play basketball, sweat it out.
Yeah.
You know, you might tell me that.
Yeah, that's what I do when I start feeling sick. I put my sweats on, I go outside and travel and start shooting balls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sweat it out.
I tell you, I'm about like, which I don't do politics, but I tell you, it's just something that bothers me about this. Because I don't nobody respond talking about it's real. I know it's real, but we lost people.
Everybody knows
We lost people little.
My dad was in the hospital and had a 50-50% chance of making it. The doctor told us, we didn't tell nobody to start with. The first 72 hours he was so critical, they had to put him in an intensive care bed. There was only one bed open in Greenwood Hospital. And thank the Lord, he got it. He was on 14 liters oxygen, but he never did have to go on life support. He never had to go on a breathalyzer, or whatever they call that thing. Ventilator. And we thank the Lord every day that he was led to the right medical staff up there at Greenwood Hospital. It was an ordeal. He's still dealing with it. We have therapists coming in and out the house and nurses and all that of his house, excuse me. But he made it through. Now, I also preached 2 funerals. You know, I'm a minister as well, to 2 people that died of COVID. And one of the members was at my church 3 weeks earlier in the drive-in church. And I'm not going to speculate where he got it or anything. He wasn't in no contact there at church, but because we're in the parking lot. But he come in contact with us. But you got to be somewhere, and you got to live.
And the same, that's what I'm going to be. Because I have a friend pass away.
Yeah.
But I mean, my thing is, when my friend passed away with the flu, they got to move on, you know, stuff. I mean, we have people that, I don't know, it's just it's one of the things that's hard to talk about, but we live for better days, so I don't know whether to talk about it. Makes you so
around the corner, but we want to see the terms and conditions first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Because I hope that they won't do it like this year. I hope things will change, and hopefully they will. Now, rounding up the top 20 of the 15, excuse me, is Notre Dame and Alabama.
I agree with the top 2.
I don't think anyone on this green earth can disagree with Alabama being number 1.
Yeah. Well, there was somebody, ESPN said that we could see Clemson and 3 other SEC teams in at the Final Four. Did y'all hear that this morning?
It's possible.
It was a lady over there, I can't think of her name, but that would blow up.
Was it the SEC Player of the Week?
The Vanderbilt kicker.
Yeah.
They kicked it how many yards?
It was a squib kick. She did what she was supposed to do.
35 yards.
I didn't know that constitutes Player of the Week, but.
Well, what else was going on in the SEC? Was it Georgia? I mean, they had 4 players to run over 100 yards on South Carolina. But I'll tell you who I was impressed with, the guy from Buffalo. Have y'all heard about that?
Yeah, he had 400 yards and about 8
8 touchdowns.
They cut him off on his touchdowns in the early fourth quarter. They should
Yeah,
have let him go.
why did the coach pull him out? He was about to break a record.
I guess respect it for Wicked Williams or something. I don't know.
I don't know, but
I'd have let him break the record.
I really don't think Ohio State's gonna make it to the finish line.
I don't either.
And I think when it's said and done, it's gonna be Alabama and Notre Dame. And I actually think probably two Clemson. Clemson's gonna get. I think it's gonna be two ACC teams and Cincinnati. I think Alabama will beat Florida unmercifully.
Yeah.
And that'll end them, and I think Cincinnati will leapfrog Texas A&M.
If Cincinnati can beat a ranked Tulsa team twice in a row, then yeah, they should definitely leapfrog them.
And another thing, what about the virtual Heisman? Is it this weekend or next weekend?
No, that's not going to be until after Christmas.
Oh, they're going to wait to see how it plays
No,
out.
that's already been decided. I think the quarterback in Alabama done won that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
By a landslide.
Okay. Well, I didn't know who. I was talking about Justin Fields or
No.
Trevor Lawrence. I knew it was going to be Trevor Lawrence because they don't like Clemson anyway.
No.
The sports writers are all about what you talking about, brand name.
That's all it's all. And then you can look at your preseason ranking every year. That's why that sorry Texas.
That's just like
Texas ain't worth that man they got out that Tom Herman.
Hey,
they need to think with Ray Tanner, he couldn't hire a man to go to a pond and sing and get a fish. But Tom Herman got that, he gonna be fired right out there.
He knows he's gone.
And they keep the same ones up there, Texas, Oklahoma. With Notre Dame, when they can't walk with 2 feet most time, but now this year, with them playing Clemson and the way they beat North Carolina, and the way they played this year, to me, this is about Notre Dame team that went to the playoff thing. This year is better.
This is the best Notre Dame team I've seen since Brady Quinn played.
Because when they beat Clemson, it wasn't Trevor Lawrence. Because I can assure you Trevor Lawrence wouldn't have threw for the same 400 yards the boy did. That boy didn't lose the game at Notre Dame.
No.
That boy played a great game.
Mm-hmm.
And Trevor probably matched him stat for stat. And he might not have that much as what that boy, but Notre Dame this year, I can officially say, and I'm not a Notre Dame fan by no means, they overrated every year. But in my opinion, this is the best Notre Dame team probably in 5 to 7 years. This year, in the short COVID year, this is the best team. Now, will they win it all? I don't think they win it all, but I think they're the best team that they put on the field in 7 years.
I think they'll end this season with a 2-game losing streak.
Who they got the last 2 games?
Clemson and whoever they play in the playoff.
Well, they got the ACC championship. They shouldn't lose the regular season game.
They ought not to. They got Syracuse left.
Okay, no, they won't. And I tell you what, if they beat Clemson again,
Mm-hmm.
Notre Dame has got to move to the number 1 seed
For sure.
Yeah.
and Alabama dropped it too.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me. Unless, well, I still would move Notre Dame over Alabama, but now if they smoke Florida, I'd have to look at it, but I still think Notre Dame beating Clemson 2 times 1 year will move them to the top. And I think a 2-loss Clemson team will get in over a 5-game Ohio State team.
I think if Clemson loses, you can write us off.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on addition by elimination. If people get eliminated due to the COVID, they still have a chance to get in. They be better. Clemson 2-loss team be better than 85% of the 1-loss undefeated team.
All right. Call in or comment 864-980-7668. We're just going to be on here just a few more minutes. Now, the other big news just came out just a while ago that the South Carolina coaching search is coming to a close.
Yeah.
Monday is going to be announced, and I think we know who it's going to be.
Probably Shane Beamer.
Yes.
My thing is that I think it came to a close last week, but I'm hoping I'm hoping they hire Shane Beamer. I don't know who else they would hire. Because what you're going to do, get yourself in a situation, you think you're hiring somebody proven. I think you look back on past times and you go with somebody like this. He is just he's nothing more, and this makes me sick to my stomach. He's going to be nothing more than a young Dabo. Dabo didn't have a lot of coaching experience, coordinators and stuff. But Shane Beamer, when he was at South Carolina, he was recruiting coordinator. He kept that team going. He is a CEO of a football team, and the boy can hire, if he hires good things, he can build that program.
Well, that's what Dabo is to this day.
That's right, and that's what it takes. It's no more than Bulldog at his church building a great church. I mean, look at it. Two churches. We preach 5 times one Sunday.
And parking lot full. Miss Gina,
Yes,
thank you for joining us on Salute Now.
you're welcome. Thank you for having me.
She's not very, she's sort of shy on camera, but when you come in here, she's ready to serve you.
She is not off of the
I ate at your cousin's restaurant yesterday.
Pardon?
I ate at your cousin's, George's cousin's restaurant back in Dixie.
Okay, good.
And this is about close you're going to get Dixie and Saluda. But it's great. There ain't nothing around like it. And she has given us a gift card to Mix, so you can take your wife or husband out or family tonight on some pizza, and y'all can have a good time. She's about to draw the name.
All ready?
Oh yeah, the contest we had, let me tell the folks in case somebody missed it, we asked you where was this at, Abbeville. What was the historic about it? Saluda won the upper state championship on the way to the state championship. And name a person, and the first person got named in the first row was Lee Herlong, and Dr. Wheeler, I see him out there, and one of your own crowd is out there, the guy that is in the gray hat going to the Great Lakes. What's his name? He's going into the Navy.
Oh,
Logan.
Logan.
Yeah, Logan's there in his Gamecock hat. I didn't even know he was a Gamecock fan. I've never seen him unless he had that gray hat on.
Yeah.
That's the closest thing that Carolina's ever going to get to having a triple R.
But he's going to Michigan, and we wish him the best too. Is he leaving just in a few
He was
weeks?
supposed to leave before Christmas, but now it's going to be in January.
Because of COVID, yeah. Everything. And who is the winner, Miss Gina?
It says Jared. I can't read the last name.
Okay.
Can you read it?
Jared Christie Adams Long. Thank you so much. Jared and Christy Adams Long, you won the gift card from me. Thank you, Miss Gina. And so you're going to pick it up. What we'll do is we'll put it up here at the front for you, and you can come by when you come in the mix and get your gift card. You got a nice gift card there. You can eat supper on us. And Mix of Saluda. We appreciate them sponsoring Tiger Talk, don't we?
Yes,
It's Saluda now. In a big way.
Mr. George and Miss Gina and Carson's been here forever.
Yes.
And these are some of the best people
Yes.
we have in Saluda. I can't recall a time when I used to be overseeing the football team and or having to get something for the school or the rec department and having all my parts up there.
Okay.
They have bent over backwards. They have gave me more than what I'll ever be worth. And they care about Saluda. They here for the town of Saluda, the county of Saluda,
Right.
and they support the school district 100%, along with other businesses in Saluda.
Yes.
We want to give them special thanks. I mean, they let us set up here on Tuesday. We got the jukebox wide open with us talking. We change the TV channels.
Yeah.
They feed us every Tuesday.
Like we're at home.
I mean, some of the best people. And we encourage you to come out and fill this restaurant up and support them. I assure you they give back to the community tenfold every time.
They're the #1 restaurant on TripAdvisor, and when you eat it one time, you'll understand why. There's nothing like it. Well, y'all got any final thoughts today, Carson?
I think it's bullcrap that the Steelers and Ravens are playing a week after they were supposed to play.
Yeah.
Make the Ravens forfeit.
Yeah, we didn't even get in the NFL, Carson, but you're right.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to, which I'm not going to any of, the high school state championship games. To me, it's just like home to make it through to the state championship game. To me, it's been the longest short season ever. And
I know it was about 3 or 4 months ago. We were sitting here talking,
Right.
are we even gonna finish this season?
are we gonna get started? And my next thing is I want to remind everybody to tune in Friday night. Me and Bulldog will be doing the Strong Numbers Saluda game live, first basketball game ever on Saluda now. They have a seating capacity, I think, of 250 people. They will have tickets online and tickets at the door. So JV starts at 5:30, then the Bulldog work will go live at 6:15 for tip-off. Not kickoff, but tip-off at 6:30 with the number 2 ranked Washington girls in the state. Played for Upper State last year, and a great boys basketball team with about 9 new starters. So look for a great Friday night, and I tell you what, it should be a great game.
And we'll have more about that this coming Friday on the Timeless Roofing Friday Morning Sports Drive. We thank you so much for joining us here on Saluda Now. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the week, and we'll see you Friday. So long, everybody.
The thrill of the hill at Persimmon Hill Golf Club. With the longest hole in South Carolina, you're sure to be challenged. Afterwards, unwind with your friends around the 19th hole in our restaurant. 126 Golf Club Avenue. We welcome to see you at Persimmon Hill Golf Club. Price's Garage and Heavy Duty Towing. For over 50 years, we've been serving our customers by providing reasonable services at prices you can afford. When it comes time to get your car or truck towed in, call us 864-543-2957. We serve 96 and Saluda 24/7. Price's Garage and Heavy Duty Towing. Punks PB and Jam. 1150 Batesburg Highway is open to serve you Wednesday through Saturday, 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. with breakfast, lunch, and catering. Call ahead for takeout, 864-445-3434. Punks PB and Jam. When you have experienced the loss of a loved one, you can trust the Ramey Funeral Home staff to guide you through the process of honoring their life. At RameyFuneralHome.com, you can find pre-planning information, obituaries, as well as resources for grief and healing. Ramey Funeral Home, a proud supporter of Saluda Tiger Athletics. At Saluda Nursing and Rehab Center, caring is a way of life. Our 176-bed nursing facility serves Saluda County since 1968. We offer 24/7 skilled nursing care, and our staff is consistent, compassionate, caring, and knowledgeable. Outpatient rehab therapy services are provided through Physicians Order Services. Call for a free tour, 864-445-2146 or saludanursing.org. The law office of Nancy T. Jordan specializes in family court matters and representing individuals injured in automobile collisions. At the law office of Nancy T. Jordan, you get experienced, compassionate results. When you need legal representation, call 803-785-7879 or email Nancy at nancyjordanlaw.com. The Ridge Baptist Association is 24 member churches sharing the gospel of Christ. We partner together, serve alongside each other, learn from one another, and connect to God. We invite you to come visit us this Sunday in one of our member churches. Ridge Baptist Association, better together.
The Wills Agency, your local nationwide insurance agent, is open to serve you with offices in Aiken, Batesburg, and Saluda. Call for your free quote today for auto, home, life, and business. Let me help you save today. James S. Wills Agency. Nationwide is on your side.
The town of Saluda, working together for the betterment of our municipality. We encourage the Tigers tonight, both on the field and off the field, as they work in the classroom. And we are a proud supporter of Saluda now. Timeless Roofing, over 25 years experience, licensed and insured. Before and after, you can see quality and integrity. Never gets old. TimelessRoofingSC.com. Call for a free quote, 803-687-4184. And tell them Cuz sent you. Come to a Midlands institution. Whizz's Eatery, 110 Church Street, Batesburg, Leesville, where they have mouth-watering burgers, steak and seafood, great salad bar, as well as pizza. Call in tonight, 803-532-1157, or stop by and dine in. Whizz's Eatery. Get back to the good. We know your credit score isn't the whole story, which is why we take a close look at your financial history to get you on the path to a stable future. How can we serve you with loans up to $10,000 approved in 1 hour? Tax services at the end of the year, we can help you with your financial needs. Call 864-445-3770 or visit our website, loansbyworld.com. It's time for Tiger Talk Tuesday, coming live from Miggs. Tiger Talk Tuesday is sponsored by All Out Stump Grinding, Allen Harmon Trucking, Berry Insurance Agency, CM Tree Service, Cricket Wireless, Crouch Hardware and Farm Supply, Economy Furniture, Edwards Heating and Cooling, Floyd Nicholson for Senate District 10, H&R Block, J&R Exterminating, Josh Price for Sheriff, Miggs of Saluda, Motor Coach Paint and Body Sales, Newberry Hospital, Northland Cable, Persimmon Hill Country Club, Punk's PB and Jam, Price's Garage and Heavy Duty Towing, Ramey Funeral Home, Saluda Nursing and Rehab Center, the Law Office of Nancy T. Jordan, the Ridge Baptist Association of Churches, the Town of Saluda, the Wills Agency Nationwide Insurance, Timeless Roofing, and Whizzes of Batesburg, Leesville. We're so glad you're tuned in to Tiger Talk Tuesday. We encourage to send your comments and calls today throughout the program. Today we'll have special guests, and we will talk about the latest going on around Saluda area, as well as all the happenings in sports. You're watching Tiger Talk Tuesday, live from Miggs, on your Saluda Now.